Good afternoon and good evening to each of you from Amsterdam. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today. Analysts, investors, journalists, industry partners, and of course, Stellantis colleagues. I am grateful you are here. Before we start, let me state that at this moment, our thoughts and prayers go to our 71 Ukrainian colleagues, their families and friends. Personally, and on behalf of Stellantis, I would like to share with you my deep personal concern for the serious situation our colleagues are facing. The safety of our teams is always our number one priority. We have set up a dedicated team to support and help them. Last night, we were in touch with all 71 of our colleagues. At this moment, we cannot reach 3 of them, but we continue our outreach and support. In what is a rapidly evolving situation, we continue to monitor the health and safety of our teams. At Stellantis, we condemn all kinds of violence and aggression. Wherever the business consequence, Stellantis will apply all of the sanctions decided. We will always be compliant, global and diverse, with our 170 nationalities. We are about creating better lives, more freedom of mobility, and leveraging diversity as a powerful tool for long-lasting peace. Stepping back, we believe that fragmentation, the opposite of globalization, can lead to chaotic times. In this context, we have decided to set up a dedicated fund to help support refugees of the crisis in Ukraine. Because we hope that the situation will come back to reason, we are proud to present to you our long-term strategic plan that will contribute to our sustainable future, clean, safe, and affordable mobility for all.
At Stellantis, we see a world in transition where 5 megatrends are converging to define a new era of mobility. In 2030, climate change will shape nearly every aspect of the world's 8.5 billion citizens. Today, 64% of people in 50 countries believe climate change is a global emergency. The vast majority of people are eager for a sustainable way of life. 73% of customers want their mobility choices to lower CO2 emissions. The world is making its energy transition. By 2030, the world is projected to have 43 megacities, each with more than 10 million people. These megacities will have a tremendous impact on how we transport goods and people, creating more and more diverse mobility patterns beyond today's traditional vehicle ownership. In the past 4 years, digital ride-hailing users has doubled. Digitalization and software are also transforming the customer experience. More than 70% of vehicles on the US and European roads will be connected by 2030, providing enhanced safety tech, automated features, entertainment, and always-on upgrades. As fragmentation increases in today's polycultural era, from technology to regulations to social paradigms, new customer groups are increasingly giving way to a greater market segmentation. 42% of today's leaders now expect constant volatility for the next 3 years. As uncertainty grows, resiliency, agility, innovation, and efficiency are required now more than ever to seize every opportunity. At Stellantis, we have embraced these 5 trends, daring to change course and boldly head in a new direction.
John, are you ready to face this future?
Yes, we are ready. We are in a foundational moment at Stellantis. We just celebrated our first anniversary with strong results and a solid balance sheet. We are 300,000 from 170 nationalities, working in 130 countries, 14 brands, 100 products, ranging from the inclusive Citroën Ami to the high-performing Maserati MC20. More importantly, we have the spirit, the creativity, the ingenuity for the pioneering times our industry is living.
And how will we achieve it?
Working together, respecting our colleagues, our customers, our shareholders, our communities, and our planet. Today, we commit to an ambitious plan to carbon neutrality, which will determine what we do and how we do it. Powered by our diversity, we lead the way the world moves.
Today marks a big day. Stellantis' first long-term strategic plan. It has been just over a year since Stellantis was created, an extraordinary first year for all of us. No doubt that it has been the most intensive time in my 40 years career. Together with the leadership team, we successfully managed intense headwinds with record financial results. Net revenues up 14%, adjusted operating income nearly doubled year over year, net profit nearly tripled year over year, and strong synergies, execution with results above expectations. At the same time, we set the foundation of Stellantis aiming for greatness, launching more than 10 new products, which further strengthen our portfolio of 39 low-emission vehicles. I have also had the great opportunity to visit 12 countries and nearly 30 manufacturing sites, connecting with colleagues, hearing their ideas, and having meaningful exchanges about the future of Stellantis. I can testify to the extraordinary energy and enthusiasm around our company for building something truly unique. I deeply treasure the privilege I have to serve Stellantis as the CEO, fully conscious of the value that we can bring to the society in which we operate. The word "we" is very important, and one of the most important things we did in our first months together was to define our purpose, our reason for existing, the guiding light for myself and everyone else who is contributing to Stellantis' growth. As John shared, powered by our diversity, we lead the way the world moves, grounded in 4 key values, with the customer at the center of everything we do, while agility and innovation constantly move the limits of the possible, holding close our collective pledge to make a positive difference, not only for our company, but for all our people, our communities, and our planet too, and harnessing the powerful energy that comes from winning together. Setting our purpose and 4 core values was key to bringing 2 companies together, both with deep roots and highly talented individuals. We are pushing every boundary. I'm grateful to every Stellantis employee for their daily contributions to building our common community and achieving greatness. Before we get into the plan, I want to share with you, in the name of all Stellantis employees, our commitment to our collective future. Stellantis will lead the automotive industry and achieve carbon net zero by 2038, from well to wheel and throughout the entire supply chain. We know we can be part of the solution, and we are ready to do our part in protecting humans from the negative effects we are already seeing from climate change. This is our promise to society. reaching the carbon net zero objective by 2038 is a daring challenge. A daring challenge we are proud to lead. I'll share more later on how we'll get there. It's with this commitment in mind that I introduce to you Dare Forward 2030. Dare Forward 2030 has embarked 14 strategic task teams, gathering around 300 cross-functional team members spanning our regions, functions, and brands. The plan will take Stellantis from its first year and move us into a sustainable mobility tech company. It is our blueprint. It is about how Stellantis will engineer the future of mobility and take bold steps every day with an entrepreneurial spirit to create a new era of mobility. Dare Forward 2030 also paves the way for Stellantis' ambition to be second to none in value creation for all stakeholders. The plan focuses on how Stellantis will thrive through the decade, where the first 3 years until 2024 are our commitment, the second 3 years until 2027 are our objectives, and the remaining 3 years are our direction. Unless otherwise noted, the targets I will talk about are related to 2030. It is clear we are living in a world where freedom of mobility is at risk. And all of us at Stellantis are working every day to provide cutting-edge freedom of mobility. This plan is the start of Stellantis' greatness and our first imprint on the future. So let's dive in. Dare Forward was built to achieve 4 core targets by 2030. 1, slashing our carbon emissions in half by 2030 on the path to achieving carbon net zero in 2038. 2, setting the course for 100% BEV sales in Europe and 50% in the United States. 3, achieving number 1 position in customer experience. And 4, doubling revenue while transforming our business models and sustaining double-digit operating margin throughout the entire plan. To achieve these targets, we have organized ourselves around an holistic plan. We will bring second-to-none care, tech, and value to all of our stakeholders, grounded in a century-long foundation with deep roots, where the Stellantis community spans 170 nationalities across all 6 regions of the world, contributing their unique perspectives and experiences. Diversity is in our DNA. It means that Stellantis is at home around the world, able to answer perfectly to our fragmented world. Relying on our governance structure to drive our matrix organization based on our regions, functions, and brands, with operational excellence and speed of execution as our hallmarks. Excellence that depends on our 4 critical functions to reduce complexity at all levels. Our engineering teams are executing intense high-tech reskilling efforts and driving toward maintaining a 30% more efficient R&D and CapEx versus the industry. A key priority for us, as you well know, and for all of us in the industry, is to lower the cost of EVs, to provide affordable transportation for all. Our purchasing and supply chain team is focused on lowering it by 40%, while also implementing a resilient sourcing strategy that is reliable and dependable, no matter the scenario from Tier 1 to Tier N, management and vertical integration. Our manufacturing team will reduce average transformation costs by 40% through right-sizing, repurposing, and transformation initiatives related to our electrification push. And with our scale, our sales and marketing team will reduce distribution costs by 40% while modernizing and digitizing our distribution operations. All of this is being done to keep the break-even point below 50% of shipments. This is the way we are protecting the company and our people in the long run. Last week, we announced that we achieved 3.2 billion euros of synergies in 2021, above expectations. Today, I'm happy to announce that we will deliver the 5 billion euros in synergies more than 1 year ahead of schedule. Stellantis is charged up. We are activating all the levers to reach an even better level of efficiency. We are doing this so we can continue investing in our incredible house of brands and in our products. Some say we have too many brands. We say we have a brand that is tailored to fit every customer needs. Altogether, they make up a smart, thoughtful, and intentional portfolio that covers a wide range of prices, body styles, and capabilities. I am proud of this. And we are capitalizing. We have defined a clear core model strategy for the decade that will improve revenue coverage up 7 points, supported by more than 100 launches. A more regular cadence will reduce the average age of our showroom by 2.5 years by 2025. Our premium and luxury brands will benefit with more than 20 launches by 2030. Protecting and nurturing these brands are both a key asset and a clear opportunity. We have a plan to multiply by 4 the revenue and by 5 the profit. This segment will then go from 4% of new car revenue to 11%, with more potential to grow. And we will end the decade with only BEV sales. A key element of our foundation is our electrification rollout. We plan to reach 75 BEV nameplates by 2030, bringing us to 5 million units of global BEV sales. This is core to who we are. We will have BEV-only launches in the luxury and premium segments as of 2025, and then rolling throughout the portfolio. Importantly, all launches in Europe will be BEVs in 2026 and beyond. Our EV offensive fits market evolution, and we are well into the development cycle of our new electrified products. But numbers aren't that fun. So let me show you some product. For Jeep, it is my pleasure to unveil the first ever fully electric Jeep SUV to support its worldwide quest towards zero-emission freedom. Electrification will amplify Jeep's core brand attributes: capability, open-air freedom, fun, and style. This new model will launch during the first half of next year and is the first of a comprehensive, fully electric Jeep lineup that will cover every SUV segment by 2025. Zooming in on the US EV market, 1/3 of our EV portfolio is dedicated here. Our aggressive product offensive will bring battery electric options to every iconic American product family no later than 2025. We plan, at the very least, to have 25 battery electric nameplates. Let's take a quick spin through our brands. In January, we revealed that Chrysler will launch its first electric vehicle by 2025 with the Chrysler Airflow concept. The brand plans to go fully electric by 2028. And later this year, Dodge will unveil its first battery electric muscle car concept, which will offer the performance and unique attitude that Dodge is known for. This new model will hit the streets in 2024. For Jeep, we'll have 2 products coming: an off-road Jeep UV and a lifestyle family SUV, both in 2024. Earlier this year, we announced Amazon will be our first commercial customer for the Ram ProMaster BEV, coming in 2023. With input from Amazon, we designed the vehicle with unique last-mile delivery features. Together, we are bringing thousands of electric vans every year to support a more sustainable delivery network. Now, let me show a glimpse of what else is to come, something we are all very proud of. Our Ram 1500 BEV is coming to the hot pickup market in 2024. According to our internal performance index, our Ram 1500 will outperform all competitors on the attributes customers care most about: range, towing, payload, charge time. Really thrilling. It's built on top of our new Stellar frame architecture, designed specifically for full-size electric vehicles. Make no doubt, we'll bring the best electric truck to the full-size segment. And Ram will continue delivering fully electrified solutions in the majority of its segments by 2025, and a full portfolio of electrified solutions for all of its segments no later than 2030. The competition is fierce, and we are ready to take on the fight for the top spot. Yes, rest assured, when we put the Ram badge on our BEV pickup truck, it will be something our customers will be proud of. Together, our brand portfolio, our operational excellence, and our global diversity form our strong foundation. A foundation created from rich histories, iconic products, and a passion for automobiles. It's truly an amazing time to create the future of mobility. Okay, now let's get into our three focus areas. First, our care pillar. To us, it means care for the planet, care for the customers, and care for our employees. We are going to be the industry champion in climate change mitigation, period. More global commitments are needed to fight against the 1.5 degrees Celsius rise in global temperatures and avert the worst effects of climate change. It is the reason why we have set our path to achieve net zero emissions by 2038 and cut our carbon emissions by half by 2030, benchmarking our 2021 metrics. We took 2021 as a reference, which makes the trajectory of our ethical commitment very bold compared to peers. This carbon net zero trajectory is one of our 22 corporate social responsibility commitments that we will report on every year. We'll reduce emissions across Scope 1, Scope 2, and Scope 3, and limit compensation to the bare minimum. This plan obviously relies on key external factors, but we will do our part. Taking a leadership role in decarbonization is the best path to protect our company, our employees, and generations to come. This path will not be complete without expanding our circular economy activities. We must change our consumption modes and the way we design our products, and switch from a linear economy to a circular economy, going from a cradle to grave to a cradle to cradle business model. To do this, we have developed a comprehensive 360-degree business based on the traditional 4 Rs: repair, reuse, reman, and recycle. It will be an independent business unit that will bring up to 2 billion in revenue by 2030. We'll offer our customers transparent, sustainable, and affordable products and services without compromising quality. The circular economy methodology will also extend to our manufacturing facilities. We'll dedicate specific factories for this activity in North America and Europe. An integrated ecosystem is vital for preserving and protecting the planet's resources. Developing this business with the same intentionality and rigor as our other arms will result in an increase of revenues by 4 for parts and services and by 10 for recycling revenue. Let's now move to care for the customer. Every customer counts. Every journey matters. This is especially important to me as we are to become the number one in customer satisfaction in every market, in our products and our services. Paying special attention to the full end-to-end experience, inspiring actions throughout the value chain. We'll do this in 4 main ways. 1, reshape the customer experience and reach an unprecedented level of customer satisfaction with our electrified products and services, improving all KPIs by 2024. 2, use the big data to reduce our time to fix by 50%. 3, improve each customer touchpoint with a new holistic view of the customer journey. And finally, always keeping the customer at the center of everything we do. We are spending significant time thinking about and building technologies to make it easier for customers to interact with the Stellantis universe. Our intention is to remove any customer friction and hit this aggressive target by the end of the decade. As we continue to put a laser focus on the customer journey, it's also vital to focus on our employee journey. We know we aren't the only automaker chasing tech talent. The competition is fierce, but top talent are hearing our messages and coming to us. I am thrilled to share with you some of our recent new team members, Neda, Vishnu, and Berta.
Check 1, 2.
We're good? You guys good?
Marker?
That's a big mic.
My name is Neda Svijetic. I am Senior Vice President, Head of Artificial Intelligence at Stellantis.
My name is Berta Rodriguez Herbas, and I am the VP of AI Algorithms and Operations at Stellantis.
I'm Vishnu Sundaram. I'm the Senior Vice President, Managing Cockpit and Connected Services at Stellantis. This was a unique opportunity, being part of such a great team, transforming the company from being a vehicle company into a technology company.
Stellantis has the most incredible portfolio of iconic brands. It has global reach, and I had the really strong alignment and vision with the top leadership of Software X.
I feel Stellantis is the right mix between tradition and innovation. This is a challenge of our lifetimes, to make our roads safer by using AI. And you have a chance to do that here at Stellantis.
When I came here, I was like, wait a minute, you want me to put AI in a Jeep and a Ram and a Maserati and an Alfa Romeo? This is incredible. Yes, absolutely yes. What I love about working at Stellantis is the ability to create the AI strategy and technology from the ground up.
The opportunity to build a cutting-edge, market-leading, state-of-the-art, connected cockpit experience, which will be the segment benchmark and market leader in the industry. And this is going to power 14 prestigious brands of Stellantis.
We have the potential to create great impact, and that we get to do it with a very diverse, multicultural team of engineers. It's a very good mix to be in.
I bring a unique combination of entrepreneurial energy with deep technical expertise.
I'm very passionate about high tech. I know how to build things. I know how to do data. I know how to build the machine that built the machine.
I think what I can bring is an internalized, organic, hands-on understanding and experience of how a tech company works day to day, and combining that with Stellantis values to create something brand new in this industry.
I also specialize in creating high-performance work culture. This is going to be fundamental in terms of taking Stellantis to becoming a technology leader.
I can tell you, these folks are driving change and challenging the status quo. Since EV Day in July, we have received 15,000 resumes coming from people with experience at tech companies. We have already filled 300 open positions. This is a first step towards our objective of having 4,500 people in our software division in the next 2 years. I thank them warmly for their contributions already to our company, but we also want to unleash the full potential of existing talent. encouraging their skills, perspectives, and energy through a four-pronged approach. After all, diverse ideas are at the core of Stellantis. So first, our leadership team should represent all of us. Stellantis is a meritocracy, and we will reward and advance any talented individual who exemplifies the top leadership skills. Specifically, by 2030, we aim to have no less than 35% of women in leadership roles. This target is absolutely necessary to build a business that truly reflects the incredible talent we have in today's society. In our fast-changing industry, we are focused on supporting our employees with initiatives to accelerate their skills evolution to feed their appetite to dare forward. We are launching an unprecedented period of professional development through reskilling and training programs. Our Software and Data Academy, launched in January the 2nd, aims at reskilling 1,000 engineers per year. With customer acceptance of electrification still to be proven, we launched an Electric Academy in mid-February to upskill the entire Stellantis sales workforce by 2025. We also remain committed to remote work, as COVID-19 has taught us all very valuable lessons on the agility, the flexibility, and the dedication our employees have, even in the toughest of situations. With remote work in place, we'll leverage our real estate footprint to cut emissions by 50% by 2025, helping contribute to our overall carbon net zero mission. Finally, we are strengthening our talent pipeline to embrace the Dare Forward mindset. By 2025, we will double the amount of leaders with direct P&L responsibility. We will also provide entrepreneurial training to our high potential leaders to encourage value creation inside their specialty and across the business. The work we are doing internally in just our first year is making a difference. All right, let's move to the tech pillar. The tech pillar focuses on our core innovations spanning 4 areas of the company. First, let's focus back on our electrification strategy to show the how we are getting to our targets. The strategy we laid out on EV Day focused the right amount of investment on the right technology to reach the market at the right timing, with over 30 billion euros through 2025. Our 4 BEV-centric platforms, Stella Small, Medium, Large, and Frame, are the backbone of this plan, all designed with a high level of flexibility and component sharing. The platforms partner with our family of 3 electric drive modules that are compact, flexible, and easily scalable. We are on track in performance and timing on both fronts. Further, our battery ecosystem is well set. With our electric powertrain joint venture with Nidec, our fast charging network rollout with Free2Move e-solutions, and our planned 5 gigafactories spanning North America and Europe that will, together with Samsung, LG, ACC, and other sourcing contracts, contribute to our estimated needs of 400 gigawatt-hour by 2030. This is an increase of 140 gigawatt-hour from our initial plans. With investments in Factorial and ACC, we are also accelerating development of solid-state batteries to give us more range, faster charging, and lighter battery technologies. And with Vulcan to secure a decarbonized supply of battery-grade lithium hydroxide. We are innovating, driving costs down, and packaging the latest technologies in all our vehicles, from the most affordable ones to the high-performance offerings. We want to have a future where mobility is accessible to all. The combination of the platforms, EDMs, high energy density battery packs, and charging networks deliver best-in-class performance in efficiency, range, and recharging. Our electrification plan does not stop at battery power, though. We are also a front runner in the hydrogen race. Our solution combines the advantages of hydrogen fuel cells and electric battery technology. Fuel cell electric vehicles are particularly suited to the needs of commercial vehicle customers, requiring long range, fast refueling, and zero emission without compromising payload capacity. That's why we were the first to launch an hydrogen van for last mile delivery. Late last year, we delivered our first orders of Citroën Jumpy, Peugeot Expert, and Opel Vivaro mid-size vans to important fleet customers. Initial feedback is very positive, thanks to the 3-minute fast refueling for 400 kilometers of driving range. And we already have a good level of orders. In 2024, we plan to increase our mid-van production capacity and extend our hydrogen offer to large vans in Europe. And in 2025, we'll start extending our large van offer to US customers, while further exploring opportunities for heavy-duty trucks. Moving to our software transformation, we are working at full speed to reach a fleet of 39 million connected vehicles with regular over-the-air updates representing up to 400 million every year. As we shared in detail during our software day in December, this fleet of vehicles will generate 20 billion euros of revenue at 40% gross margins through 5 business pillars. Our strategy is to disconnect the hardware and the software cycles to create a product that can evolve regularly following customer needs. We'll have 3 technology platforms deployed at scale: Stella Smart Cockpit, Stella Auto Drive, and Stella Brain across the 4 EV-focused vehicle platforms. We will vertically integrate key elements of new electronics and software platforms, closely managing the complete electronic supply chain, including semiconductors, to ensure access to the best technologies and guarantee the fulfillment of Stellantis' volume ambitions. Stella Brain will feature the most advanced systems on chip in cooperation with key technology partners, and we will complete our targeted vertical hardware and software integration for all products before 2030. Our 3 new tech platforms are being developed with truly leading-edge innovators. Our cooperations with Amazon and Foxconn on Stella Smart Cockpit will make our vehicles the most wanted, most captivating place to be, using AI and advanced cloud solutions. We will also master the highest levels of autonomous driving technology and ensure our customers are confident the tech is safe and reliable. We are already offering among the best level 2 solutions. In 2024, with the Stella Auto Drive introduction, we'll bring a hands-free, eyes-off, level 3 solution with our partner BMW. As the global leader in LCVs and together with Waymo, we are preparing to solve the delivery as a service challenge and bring an autonomous solution for light commercial vehicles. Leveraging our exclusive partnership, Stellantis will deliver the first prototype vehicles for the project by the end of 2022. Our ambition is to make commercial use of this technology available in the second half of the decade. With all the new incoming data from the 34 million connected vehicles, we plan to create a Stellantis data business to manage this critical business pillar of our software strategy. It will contribute 9 billion euros of the 20 billion in global revenues with up to a 70% margin. We look at data in 2 ways. 1, to support our internal operations, especially the continuous improvement of our customers' experience and the development of AI-based features. And 2, to support data as a service for external customers. Finally, to further chase breakthrough technologies from outside our traditional network, we'll set up the Stellantis Corporate Venture Fund. with an initial fund of 300 million euros, we will identify the best startup potentials to accelerate the innovation potential in our company. We intend to be a strategic investor, aiming to adopt their advanced technologies. You have now seen the big picture. We are moving, and we are moving fast, to become a mobility tech company. Now, on to our last focus area, our value pillar. Our value pillar is all about boosting value creation and unleashing the power of the company thanks to three main levers: digitalization and entrepreneurial spirit, and regional roots. So let's go. Our customers want 24/7 access, flexibility, and personalization to get what they want, when they want it, a seamless journey. So we are continuing to redefine and expand our e-commerce capabilities, giving us the ability to establish a direct relation with our customers. We have already started in 2021. We sold 100,000 units online. Now, we are taking the lessons learned and plan to expand our online sales, doubling each year until 2024, reaching 800,000 vehicles. And by 2030, 1/3 of our sales will come from online customers. Taking it to one step further, we are creating a holistic and digital marketplace, bringing all of Stellantis together in just one click. Using AI, the marketplace will recommend products and services based on customer needs. Combining the power of our brands and the diversity of our portfolio in one home is something only a company like Stellantis can do. For example, our customers will have access to products and services related to their cars, like accessories, maintenance, warranty, insurance, over-the-air updates, and online booking tools. Also, for our mobility services, they'll be able to access daily car rentals, car sharing, or electric services. We are going to pilot the digital marketplace first on a smaller scale and progressively ramp up to all regions, all brands, and all services by 2027. We are targeting full expansion in 2030. This will be a new channel for the entire business and will contribute up to 4 billion euro in services revenue. Now, let's focus on how we are going to further unleash the entrepreneurial spirit in some dedicated businesses with huge potential. 7 specific areas have been identified. 2 have already been singled out: circular economy and data business. The 5 others focus on mobility, financial services, pre-owned cars, aftermarket, and commercial vehicles. First, on mobility with Free2Move. We are now running a profitable mobility service, something many others have tried and failed. Now it's time to scale up. Over the decade, we will expand our presence worldwide, growing to 15 million active users and to a net revenue of 2.8 billion. Moving to our financial service arms, we plan to double the net banking income by 2030 to 5.8 billion euros from where we are today. We are getting there through 4 main levers: recreating our full-service captive finance arm in the US to get back in the race with the other OEMs in North America, creating a leading operating leaser in Europe with a fleet target of around 1 million vehicles in 2026 through our new partnership with Crédit Agricole, reshaping our European banking activities, creating one single and efficient banking setup for each country, and accelerating our affinity insurances to more than 4 billion euro revenues in 2030. On the pre-owned front, we are going global, creating a worldwide multi-brand and multi-channel business model. Our objective is to at least double sales by 2030. We know the pre-owned businesses address key mega trends facing our world, from digitalization to reuse to affordability. Here's how we envision our current assets pulling together to create this global plan. Spoticar will be the unique Stellantis label worldwide with 2 million sales. Aramis will continue as the online European leader with strong development plan in the entire region reaching 6 billion euro revenues. Also, remarketing efficiency is key, so we will leverage our Finco and Leaseco volumes to ensure stock turnover lower than 30 days. For our aftermarket operations, we intend to increase revenues by 50%, thanks to a global offering. To get there, we will multiply by 4 the turnover on our multi-brand independent aftermarket sales, leveraging our 4 global existing brands. Optimize penetration of independent repairers and e-commerce channel up to 50%, and pursue our logistics cost improvements plan to increase competitiveness. It's a business model that works and will take us to 20 billion euros in revenues. And finally, let's go to our commercial vehicle businesses. We have a powerful commercial vehicle portfolio built to support the full range of needs. Our goal is simple: to be the undisputed leader in terms of market share and profitability, thanks to the breadth and quality of our products and services. We will create a new business entity dedicated to our professional customers and their needs. The management team will have more autonomy as they drive to take the #1 position and double the revenues by 2030. We'll have 26 new launches with 1 major product launch per year and an electric offer in all segments. By the end of the decade, we'll reach a 40% zero-emission mix. We'll tap into our full range of our electrified options using battery electric vehicles, hydrogen fuel cells, and our new range electric paradigm breaker technology. We'll also bring over-the-air capabilities for all new vehicles and help customers to do their jobs better and faster, thanks to a comprehensive offer of connected services. And we will focus our autonomous work to support delivery as a service solutions for this segment. Last, but of course not least, we'll also leverage our deep regional roots where our value is built. We have strong regions, with North America and enlarged Europe being our primary profit engines. We are now ready to have a third engine able to contribute more than 25% of the revenue. For North America, we intend to remain the #1 in the region in profitability with north of 15% AOI margins throughout the decade. We aim to become the US leader in electrification with a 50% BEV mix while reaching a market share of over 13%. In enlarged Europe, we intend to reach #1 in the region with double-digit profitability starting in 2024, while heading to 100% BEV sales in passenger cars by 2030. For Middle East and Africa, we will sustain leadership for passenger cars and light commercial vehicles at a 22% market share. We'll follow the customer needs with our electrified solutions for further unleash our pickup truck potential. In South America, Stellantis will remain market leader, achieving a stable double-digit profitability. Ram brand will continue its offensive and will further expand in Chile and Colombia. We'll be industry frontrunners in electrification from the second half of the decade. In India and Asia Pacific, we are now establishing a smart car platform and global powertrain production hub in India. We intend to quadruple our market share while consistently maintaining double-digit profitability. By 2025, localization in Indonesia and Malaysia will proliferate volumes in Southeast Asia. And in China, we need to make some strategic moves to drive our brand's profitable growth with an asset-light business model, aiming at 20 billion in net revenue with enhanced brand equity and expanded independent aftermarket activities. We intend to set a new business model for Peugeot and Citroën working with DFM. Peugeot sales and distribution would be controlled by Stellantis, and Citroën sales and distribution would be controlled by DFM. The DPCA manufacturing hub would be open to third parties. Second, we are implementing our One Jeep strategy with local and import business together with Stellantis control in agreement with GAC and subject to government approval. We target to have one single Stellantis-owned plant as part of an asset-light business model that greatly reduces fixed costs and limits our exposure to any geopolitical risk. Third, we plan to significantly increase our independent aftermarket activities to progress from our current fourth position. And lastly, we will also put a strong emphasis on our iconic premium and luxury brands as part of our refocus on the import business, which is highly profitable both for Jeep and Maserati. It's clear all of our regions will grow and China will be an upside. Now let's move into the financials. As I mentioned, we designed the plan until 2030, where the first 3 years are our commitment, the second 3 years are objectives, and the remaining years are directional. And this holds true for our financial targets. So let's take a closer look at the numbers. As we discussed last week, we posted record results in our first year and have built a very solid basis as we shift to become a sustainable mobility tech company. By 2030, we expect revenues will double to 300 billion euros. As you know, we will incur incremental costs related to electrification over the next several years as we make this shift. However, we will begin to offset these costs with the new revenue streams we have discussed, such as software and connected services, mobility and financial services, as well as through the synergies we will continue to achieve as a result of the merger. Stellantis will manage the transition period towards electrification while protecting our double-digit margins and maximizing our shareholder return. We are taking several actions to stabilize our industrial free cash flows, one of which is to normalize and frankly reduce our negative working capital. This will not happen overnight and will result in an approximate 3 billion euro negative impact on industrial free cash flows in 2024. Industrial free cash flows will reach more than 20 billion euros in 2030 due to a strong growth and profitability. We'll continue to target to be the most efficient automaker with respect to our capital spending and target CapEx and R&D around 8% of net revenues. Let's take a closer look at the drivers for our revenue growth. As I previously noted, our revenues will double to 300 billion euros by 2030. This is the result of many factors, including our assumption that the global industry will grow by 25% versus 2021 to 94 million vehicles in 2030. Revenues will also improve with our increased BEV mix, representing a shift from 3% to over 50% of global revenue. And our software and services businesses will grow more than 800 basis points to 20% of total revenues in 2030. This includes, among other revenue streams, annual revenues from software-enabled products and services of 20 billion euros and 20 billion euros from parts and services. As we discussed earlier, we are also expecting revenue growth outside of North America and enlarged Europe, which will lead to an improved mix. Today, around 85% of our net revenues are generated in North America and enlarged Europe. In 2030, 28% of our net revenues will come from outside of these two regions, including more than 25% from our third booster engine. Last but not least, there will be a positive evolution in the new car revenues for the premium and luxury brands, which, as I said, will move from 4% to 11%. Our number one priority has and will continue to be to invest in and develop our businesses, while also rewarding our shareholders. In the midterm, we have multiple priorities, as you can see. We'll continue to invest in product, technology, software, JVs, the US Finco, and our people. We'll maintain strong liquidity and generate free cash flows that allow us to set a dividend policy with a 25 to 30% target payout ratio. In addition, we will allocate capital to be able to execute a share buyback program of up to 5% of our share count. As evidenced by our record results in 2021, we have proven Stellantis is well positioned to deliver strong performance, even in the most uncertain market environments. So to wrap up, no doubt this is a very challenging and very ambitious plan. We know there will be bumps along the way, and we will adapt and push to go beyond a sustainable mobility company and bring tech that transforms our ways of working and excites the senses. The time calls for a shift in mindset, from being oriented towards what has been done before to pushing what is possible in the future, while adding new business models, to give our subject matter experts room to breathe, to empower them to make decisions with speed, agility, and freedom, to moving our development approach from risk aversion to instead be built on the love and excitement of the unknown. Unknown that overcomes fear of failure and contains it through efficient, iterative innovation and engineering cycles, where technology moves to the core of our business, governed by our customers and their needs. Ultimately, shifting from start-of production-centric to a product lifetime-centric mindset. I assure you, we are proud of being a legacy car maker with our 100-plus year tradition and history. It shows a serious commitment and ability to manufacture efficiently at scale and to design and validate for true safety. It shows our grit, perseverance, and staying power. Other companies have yet to prove these things. We are now embracing a new mindset to execute on our transformation vision. Dare Forward 2030 does not ask us to let go of our past, but begs all of us to become so much more than we have ever been. This is our Dare Forward, a strategy focused on the 3 pillars, all supporting our plan to achieve carbon net zero by 2038. We strongly believe that the future of our company relies on our ability to protect the freedom of mobility with innovative, clean, safe, and affordable solutions. Stellantis will deliver on these promises and lead the way the world moves. Thank you for your time. I will now invite Richard, Olivier, and Ned to join me. Let's move into the Q&A session. Thank you.